Hello, everyone. So, Caddx has released the Protos kit with the new Ascent system. I'm sure there's lots of views and reviews and things out there that everybody's been watching. I'm not going to do that because that's kind of not what I do. I've uploaded videos. I've uploaded my kind of unboxing of my test unit there for you to see. What this video is quickly about is about what happens now. Now that Ascent is in the wild, what happens to us who use Avatar? Well, going back kind of months, years, I've been trying to get Kaddex to be more open and honest, and communicate more with us users. It kind of came to a head back in April, when we tried to kind of get Caddx to explain to everybody what the new Ascent system and the Protos was going to be about. Myself and a few others, we found out about the Ascent system and the direction that Caddx were going in back in November 2024. And back then we said straight away, guys, you need to start explaining, start laying the groundwork to users, explaining what you're doing and why you're doing it. And they never really followed through. There was a word salad series of posts back in April, and for me that was the final straw, and that's why I left the testing team. Um, Now that I'm not in the testing team, I'm not bound by NDA, so I was able to kind of say and do whatever I wanted with it within reason. So I've been back talking to Caddx. Well, I never really stopped, but I've been more forthright to them with my views and my opinions. And I've been on to them again this morning, trying to squeeze more information and trying to explain to them the benefits of them engaging more with users. If they engage more with users, get users more enthusiastic about their products, it can only be a good thing for them, which can only be a good thing for us, which can only be a good thing for them. So anyway, I was on with them again today, and I've managed to squeeze a little bit more information out of them in terms of Avatar and Ascent, and I'm going to just pass that on with you now. And if and when I get more information, as I kind of poke and prod and squeeze and try and get more out of them, I'll pass it on. So basically, what they're telling me is Avatar is still their priority. Avatar is not end of life. Just because Ascent has come along, it doesn't mean that Avatar now is being wound down. They're telling me that they still have plenty of chipsets available, and Avatar is still the backbone of their kind of HD offering. Um, they said to me, in terms of consumer, government, and company contracts, that's where the revenue is going to come from, and it would be kind of madness for them to suddenly um, give up Avatar. Now I know that it's out there saying, well, if Artisan decide to pull the plug, then that's it, game over one way or the other. Clearly, Caddx have some sort of arrangement with Artisan, and from what I was told today, they're confident that Artisan aren't just going to pull the plug tomorrow. So I think as Avatar users, we can be kind of confident that Avatar is going to be around for a little while yet, and it's not just going to disappear tomorrow. To the point where I was told that there's an Infra HD system camera coming, GT2, and a GoFilm 25 quad, um, all coming. Um, I asked then about a Moonlight 2, which had been mentioned way back in April. And what I was told was there is still a 4K VTX unit coming, but they're kind of on the fence about what they're going to call it, whether it's going to be the Moonlight 2 or whether it's going to be something else. But they told me that it's still going to be for the Avatar system. It's still in development. They're trying to work out what chipsets or what way is going to give us kind of the best performance. They said it's going to have the advantages of the Moonlight and remedy its problems. Um, so that's kind of reassuring in some ways. That's what they're telling me. At the minute, I'm going to just take it face value. Avatar's not dead. There's still things coming for it. They're still doing a little bit of development, and that's where their main revenue stream still sits. So that's good. In terms of the Ascent, then, what is it? Why did they start with kind of the beginner end of things? Well, kind of what they told me was it was a little bit easier to bring kind of the beginner end to market. There will be more things coming, like an Ascent Lite VTX. There's going to be a VRX, and in the future, there's going to be some sort of cinematic goggles VTX. Now, I was told that was way off in the future, and of course, plans can change. So it was kind of a case of don't even quote me on it, don't quote them on it. These are things that they hope to bring to the table, but they're still way too far off in the future to kind of say that it's concrete, and that yeah, plans can change. For me, it's always been a case of in terms of plans can change. I think as adults we can accept that plans can change. The best laid plans in the world can always fall apart and change. And I think with Caddx, it's been fairly similar. They've had plans to do kind of the internal head tracking, the upgrade board for the Goggles X, and a few other bits and pieces along the way. And the plans have changed and meant that they couldn't do those things. I think that's fair enough. What annoys me about it all is just tell us. Tell us the good, tell us the bad. We're all adults, we're all grown ups. We can deal with the good and deal with the bad. Just let us know. So I've been trying to relay that to Caddx, and I think maybe I've kind of got through a little bit, and they're going to be a little bit more open and honest with stuff that I can then pass on. Um, One of the things that I didn't like about being in the testing group was we were told lots of different bits and pieces that we can't and couldn't pass on. Still one or two things that I know that I probably shouldn't know. And I didn't like the idea of my buddies asking me my advice. Should I buy this? Should I buy that? And in the back of my mind, I know yes or no, or maybe wait. And really, I couldn't say anything. And that didn't sit well with me. And that was one of the reasons why I left the testing group. And now that I'm not in the testing group, I'm not under NDA. I've been having conversations, more open and more honest conversations with Caddx, and hopefully there's going to be more information that I can share to you coming my way. So fingers crossed to that. So the bottom line and the takeaway for this is, from what I was told this morning, Avatar's not dead. There's still a roadmap for it. Plans, of course, can change, but the plan currently is that Avatar is not disappearing anytime soon. So there we go. I'll send more information if and when I get it. All the best now.